Well, I'm excited today. We have a Pixel 7 that I just purchased. Actually, I just purchased, today is Monday, and I purchased it on Thursday, so it got here really quick. And this was my Pixel 6 here, and so I'll be able to compare it for you when we unbox. So why would I get a Pixel 7? Well, first of all, the Pixel 7 is $600. It's a 128 gigabyte version. So it was $100 off, so it was $500. And I had $480 trade-in value for my Pixel 6. So at the end of the day, it was $20 for the phone, plus the tax. Of course, I would have eventually paid the tax, but anyway, plus the tax on it. So, pretty good deal. And this was probably Black Friday. It was a week before Black Friday that I purchased it. So, you'll see the color is slightly different than the one I have here. But I am going to just open it, and we'll do reviews later, maybe a month or two. But in the meantime, let's see what we've got here. So as always, in order to open it, there's a little tab here, right there. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to open it like that. But there were on two sides, you have to pull off the tab. And I did. So these are usually not very easy to open, but let's see what we got here. Here we go. I'll put that back here. First of all, you can see the color. You could see right off the bat here, one of the changes is the glass back from the Pixel 6 has been replaced with an aluminum back. And I hope that's going to make it a little bit lighter on the top, because that was one of the things I had noticed, is that it was a little bit heavy on the top. By the way, I've been mostly happy with the Pixel 6. Like others, I've had problems with the fingerprint reader, charging, some other stuff like that. So, here we go. And it looks very, very similar, doesn't it? You could hardly tell. I believe this is 0.1 inch smaller. And I think I'm going to find that where it is smaller is where you hold the phone on the side. And let's see what else we have here. The on, off, and volume rockers, if you can notice here, the front, this one here is the 7, are slightly lower, and they have a metal look to them, or aluminum look to them. Nothing here. The SIM card is going to go in there. I could see where the antennas are up here. Looks like there might be one other antenna. On the bottom, we have our USB-C and our two speakers. So there's nothing really different here on the bottom. And I don't know if you can notice yet the difference here, that 1/10 of an inch difference is really, it is on the width. To me, anyway, it feels like it's the width. You can see there's a notch on the top here. Yeah, I know that the light gets in the way. So there's the notch. So there are the two phones side by side. And very, very little difference, as you can tell. I'll turn them over one more time so you could see it. The Pixel 6 and the Pixel 7. The other thing is this looks slightly thinner. And that's appearances. It probably isn't. It just appears to be slightly thinner, and I'll put this here to match our cameras coming across. And there's a notch in the aluminum here versus this seems to be built more into the glass. So there is step one. Okay, I've just updated my phone, so we're going to go ahead and complete the unboxing. Not that there's a whole lot in there. And this is the brand new one. You can see, I don't know if you noticed, but you can see the color. So we have our booklets, and these booklets contain, this would be the key for the SIM card here. We'll need that, of course. And warranty, regulations, etc. all are in here. And the cable that will be used to transfer the data from the old phone to the new phone. And I've used, so as you can see, it's a USB to a USB-C connector. So that's it. And we'll just proceed with whatever the next step is, and it's going to be that I'm going to turn on the new Pixel 7. And here you could see again the difference being the aluminum versus the glass. So I'm going to stand them like this, give you a better look at some of the differences. And again, it looks a little bit thinner to me and just slightly more narrow. And height-wise, slightly shorter. We are going to turn on our new Pixel 7. So here we go. I'm going to press and hold the power button, and there we go. And you can see the famous Google is on it. So it's not going to be a clean install. I've decided that I am going to transfer all of my information over from my Pixel 6 to the Pixel 7. Welcome to your Pixel. English, United States. So get started, so it's already picked that out for me. Connect to mobile network. If you have a SIM card, insert it now. I'll put that here. So I'm going to take the SIM card out of my old Pixel. Isn't that funny saying old? And on the side here of the Pixel 6, right here is the hole for the SIM card. Press it. I did, and it popped out. And there is the SIM card here. And now I'm going to do the same on this new phone, and lo and behold, it's in a similar place. Okay, so I've now placed my SIM card in the new tray. And now we'll put the tray in here. And I'm going to push. Okay, now it says it wants me to go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi, so it did see the SIM card. I am so sorry about this light. So let me connect it to a network and we'll be back. It looks like I did connect to my Wi-Fi network. So we'll give it a few seconds here to do what it needs to do. The next step says copy apps and data. You can choose to transfer your apps, photos. So I do want to do that. So here we go. I'm going to tap next. You need an old Android or iPhone device. Turn it on and keep it unlocked. So that's what I'm going to do right now. It's on. I will keep it unlocked, and it looks like I'm going to need these cables. So it shows a cable coming out. Find your old device's cable. Use a cable that fits your old device. Usually the cable you use, so it says devices are connected. So you can see what I've done. I'm going to keep it unlocked. Oh, So it asked me if I wanted to copy it to a new device. Copying your account. By the way, the new phone came with 72% battery life in it. Choose what to copy. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. And it shows everything. And I am going to do everything because I did check that out. So we'll see how long it takes to copy data. And I'll let you know. Set up my PIN. So I have done that. And now it wants me to set up the fingerprint unlock. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I wish they would have Face ID, which they only have, I believe, to unlock the phone. Fingerprint on the new phone, and it took a while. It was a lot of lifting and placing and lifting and placing. I also did my Face ID to unlock the lock screen, but that's all it will do. And now it's asking me if I want to continue my setup, which I do want. So I'm going to fill out some more of these. I think this is a good area to stop and pause for a second and explain a little bit better to you the fingerprint situation. I have the phone all set up and everything seems okay except the fingerprint. So what I found was, as I set up my fingerprints, it allows you to set up 4. I set up my thumb twice and my index finger twice because I was having so much difficulty in actually doing the fingerprint setup. It looks like you have to hit it about 20 times correctly in order for it to register a finger. It took me so long to do it. I was having nothing but trouble. Then I figured out, I don't even remember how, but I figured out a strange way to do it. I'm going to show you that by opening an app and let you see what I mean. So I have my fingers registered, but the way I registered them was by using a sponge and putting my finger on the sponge and getting both these fingers moist, not wet, but moist, and doing it. It worked literally every time. Maybe out of the 80 times I had to do it for the 4 fingers, it missed 3 or 4. That was it. So let me show you here. This is the Microsoft Authenticator. And so fingerprint, and there's a red exclamation point. Fingerprint, red exclamation point. It worked. So now I'm going to show it to you again, and this time I'm going to do it from the very beginning. So I'm going to moisten my finger and then let it moisten the thumb. I know this is weird. And let me try that. It worked. So you could see that for some reason moisture seems to help rather than dry skin. So maybe it would be better in the summer than the fall or the winter. I don't know. Google has been working with me diligently, by the way. They have sent me emails. They have called me up. I told them I want to keep the phone and see what happens and see if there's software fixes. They did tell me that they're working on fixes for it, and they'll let me know. So I want to just let you know that there is an issue on my phone with fingerprint reading. Might not be on all phones, but it definitely is on mine. And that is a workaround that I've done. Simply go like that, moisten the fingers, and it works every single time. I did set up GPay. That was part of this copying process. So that's all set up. My PIN for the phone is in, and it says my copying is done. It looks like it got my apps, photos and videos, music, messages, MMS attachments, device settings should be in, call history. So according to this, everything has transferred. So I'm going to go ahead and tap done. Now it's getting the phone ready. So it was not at all difficult or take a lot of time. It was actually rather easy. The thing that took the most time, I think, and was the most complicated was frankly the fingerprint reader. And again, it's only done one finger, so I guess I'll have to, I'm sure I can get in the settings and add some more digits onto it. It's at 70%. I understand that we'll talk about it when I do a review, but the battery should be, it's slightly smaller, but because of the tensor chip in it, it sounds like it gets about the same duration. So I'm going to see if I get more than a day out of this. I'm going to use Microsoft launcher on this, as my ecosystem is has a lot of Microsoft on it. So all set. You're ready to start using your phone. So I'll test it and see if the actual telephone works, what it sounds like, and see if everything truly transferred. Well, I'm done with my unboxing and my setup. The setup went fine except for the fingerprint reader. If I exclude that, there were really no issues. I do want to mention that as I continue to work on trying to figure out the fingerprint issue, one of the things I did was I actually reset up the phone from scratch. I went back to factory reset, and I did a clean install instead of using the one that I did in this video. Didn't help at all the fingerprint issue. Everything is up and running as it should be on the phone right now, and I'll make sure that the review I do shortly will give you a much better idea of how things are going on the phone after some time of use.